welcome back. This is our last video on education statistics, and I'm quite happy that it's the last one because I am personally quite anxious to get into providing you with a solution. But before we do that, we first have to look at the demand, and we need to look at whether our current education system is actually meeting the demand of our country. So let's take a look at that. In order to assess the demand and the supply of our country, we need to take a few steps back, and we need to look at the scarcity report. So let's look at the scarcity report of 2006. In 2006, the scarcity in our country was approximately 500,000 individuals that were required in order to meet the demand of our country. And of that 500,000 individuals, 29% of them were professionals, 22% of them were technical, and 8% of them were managers that were required. Now these three categories together form basically a high-skilled portfolio. And the entire total of high-skilled individuals required in 2006 was 300,000 individuals. Now if we want to look at whether we're making progress, let's look at 2011. In 2011, AdCorp actually released a report of a survey of the skills requirement. And they found that the highly skilled individuals required, which is as well, they classified it under the same categories of professionals, technical workers, and managers. And they found that in 2011, the amount of technical and highly skilled people required in our country already increased to 800,000 individuals. Now, if we look at that, in 4 years, we went from 2006 highly skilled workers required of 300,000 to 2011 highly skilled workers required of 800,000. This is shocking because it more than doubled. Now, I'm just an industrial engineer, and when my brain works, it works in the form of processes, procedures, input, output, supply and demand. When I look at this, and if I look at any production environment, if you start supplying and demand, and if you have a demand of 800,000 and you're only able to supply in about 20% of that, you have a problem because your customers will be extremely unhappy. Now, in a country, if a country is not meeting its demand, well, firstly, you will start having economic problems because you will not be able to provide services and products which meets the requirements of the world. Secondly, if you have no laborers to do the work, your production costs will start going up. So that means your labor costs will start going up in a country because there's so much work and so few laborers. So in essence, if we in our country have a demand of 800,000 and we're only supplying 120,000 per year in our country to education through the education system, Houston, we have a problem. So now that we know what the magnitude of the problem is, it is time now to start looking at the solution. During our next video, we're going to start looking at the solution, and we hope that you will start contributing with us, taking hands with us, becoming a team so that we can work together as a network to solve this problem. Thank you so much. Goodbye.